Hello, everyone, and namaste. Welcome back. Today is day 18, and today we're going to work on a simple flow combining everything that we have learned throughout this week in this flow. So it's going to be a simple one, no break for half an hour. So try yourself to pull it through, okay? But if you wish to rest, please just head over to child's pose and take a rest before you join back that flow. All right. So we're going to begin, but first today we will need two blocks and a strap. Strap is optional, but if you have a really tight hamstring, please take any strap to help you with. So we're going to begin by settling down, get centering. Let's sit in our cross-legged position. All right, just rest your hands on your knees, rolling that shoulders back. When you exhale, just gently close your eyes and start to observe your surrounding. Observe the smell, observe the sound, and also observe the temperature that brush against your skin. Just begin to slowly settling down your surrounding. You begin to observe a certain sound or smell. Try not to fully engage with them. Just acknowledge, take note, and let it go. And now we're going to slowly move your observation all the way into your body, scanning from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. A quick scan for any comfort or discomfort feeling that you're currently experiencing. And once again, take note and let it go. Try your best not to engage with them. And just bring the awareness finally down to your breath. Observe the air traveling in and out of your body, streaming in and out of your nostril. And maybe this time you might want to observe how far the air travels into your body, and observing the part of your body that expanded. And on your exhale, just feel the body contract. And just let the body continue to settle down for a few more deep breaths. And whenever you're ready, bring the awareness back to the center, back to your surrounding. Get familiar with the sound, the smell, and also the temperature again. Let's come back, and whenever you're ready, slowly blink, open up your eyes. Alright, your next inhale, we circle both of your arms above your head. And on your exhale, we're going to lean towards the front and release your hands down to the floor. And walk your hands slowly towards the front and bring the elbows down. If it's comfortable for you, bring the forehead all the way down to the floor. And just fully let go here. Your next inhale, just look straight and release your arms and walk your hands all the way to the right side and bring your chest just right above your right knee and exhale, fold. Just few more deep breaths. Your next inhale, lift your head up and then begin to walk your hands all the way to the left. One deep inhale and exhale, come to a deep fold. And next inhale, just lift your head up and walk your hands back towards the center and bring it back. Now reach both of your hands up to the ceiling again, and this time reach your right hand over to the left knee. Left hand, we're going to wrap it behind you and see if you can catch your right inner thigh. Okay, now if you can't reach that right inner thigh, it's completely fine. Place your hand to your waist and use that right hand to pull the knee and just twist. Stay here, roll that left shoulder further to the back, lengthening the spine. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. And inhale, come back to the center. Reach your arms up. And exhale, let's reach that left hand over to your right knee. Right hand reach to the back and just wrap it behind your waist and see if you can catch that left inner thigh here. Alright, roll that right shoulders back. Just look straight towards the right side and stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Release your right hand back to the front and left hand back to the front. Let's take your all fours position and come into your palms and your knees. And cat cow. So inhale, sink your abdomen, lift your hip, lift your chest. Exhaling, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale again, come to your cow pose. Exhale to cat pose. Last round, inhale to your cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale, come back to your natural spine here. Drop the hip all the way to the back. Lift your knees off from the floor. And we're going to spring forward to your plank. So reach your chest forward. Straighten the leg like how we did yesterday. Make sure you engage your core. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze the leg. Hollow your back. Stay here for 2. And exhale. Lift your hip up into your downward facing dog. And once again, roll the body forward into your plank. Alright? Stay here. Open up the fingers wide for 2. And exhale. Lift your hip up, chest back into your downward facing dog. And last round here, roll the body forward into plank. And exhale. Push the hip up into your downward facing dog. And let's look towards the front here. Step both feet forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale and come to a deep fold. And release your hands down to the floor. You can bend one knee and bend the other. Straighten one leg and bend the other. And just keep going. If your hands is still far away from the floor, you can use the block. And just bend one knee and straighten the other, getting those hamstrings some good stretch. Nice. And now from here, either pressing on the block or pressing from the floor, straightening both legs to half lift. And once again, exhale, just relax, like bend the knees. And inhale, let's come all the way up, circle your arms. Exhale, palms to heart center. Open up your feet a little bit wider this time, maybe almost reaching to the side of the mat. Inhale now, we're going to open that chest, interlace the fingers behind you, open that chest here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, slide, bend the knees, push the hip back and fall forward. And stay here. You can either bend the knees, continuous bend the knees, or you can straighten the leg, or you can begin to bend one knee. If you bend that right knee, bring that right shoulder all the way down, tapping the knee here. And then switch side, bring your left shoulder all the way to your left knee, tap. And right again. Take it really slow here, working on that back bend, opening that chest. Okay, and just last side and left. Inhale, come back either straight or bend knees. Release your hands down to the floor and walk back to that plank again. Take one deep inhale and exhale, knees down, chin, chest down. Inhale, slide forward, come up to cobra. Tuck your toes, exhale, hips up, chest back, downward facing dog. And inhale, kick your right leg up and back. Exhale, step right between your palms. Drop your back knees, untuck the toes. Now interlace and grab the elbows behind your head here and push the hip down. Open that chest up. Just take 2 more deep breaths here. So push the hip lower, opening that hip. And now slowly straightening your arms up to the ceiling. Bring your abdomen in, strong leg, tuck the back toes. You're going to slowly lift the knees, the back knees off from the floor here. And exhale, sink a little bit more. And whenever you're ready, we're going to spin that back foot down 90 degrees. So anchor the back heels, align with your toes, opening your arms out into your warrior 2. And find that straight 90 degree here. Exhale, keep going a little bit lower, working on those legs. Nicely done. Now slowly straighten your front leg, left hand to the back. I want you to reach that right arm up and stretch it right behind your head, feeling that nice stretch on that right oblique. We call this the reverse warrior. All right, one more inhale. And as you exhale, just bend your front knee. Continue to stay in this reverse warrior. And one more inhale. Exhale, we circle both arms down to the floor and begin to spin your back heels up and drop the left knee down. Okay, now swing your right knees back and come into your chaturanga. So bend the elbows and just squeeze that arm next to you. Come all the way down. Inhale, up cobra. And tuck your toes. Exhale, push the hip up into your downward facing dog. Your next inhale, we're going to kick your left leg up and back. And exhale, bring the knees in and step right between your palms. Okay? Drop your back knees down, untuck the toes, ready for that low lunge. So sink your hip down. This time, grab your opposite elbow again and just bring it behind your head, and you can lean to the back. Open that chest into that nice gentle back bend and push your hip even lower towards the front. Look up. Just really relaxing here. One more breath. And on your exhale, just release your hands, point up towards the ceiling, and bring the chest and abdomen back in. Alright, now begin to tuck your back toes, ready to launch the back knees off from the floor. Exhale, sink your hip down into a high lunge. And ready for warrior 2. Back foot, you're going to spin down, anchor it down, align with the toe, and open up your arms to the side. Right? Make sure your arms are engaged and strong. Look over towards your left fingertips. Stay strong on that front leg, okay? Now slowly straighten your left leg. Now right hand, just place it down on top of your right thigh. Left palm reaching up, and just bring it behind your left ear so you're exposing your left chest towards the ceiling. Just feeling that stretch here. So make sure your weights are not fully on your right palm where they press really a lot of pressure on that right knee. So in fact, there's no pressure at all. I can just lift my right arms up and just continue to stretch my left arms up. Okay? And on your next exhale, just bend your front knee. One more breath. And exhale, let's come back up into warrior 2 and place both hands down to the floor. Okay, I'm going to spin the back heels up and drop the knees down. Bring your left knee back. Now lean your hips forward into your half plank, into chaturanga. So bend the elbows, pointing to the back, squeeze the side of the body, and exhale fully down to the floor. Inhale, slide up into a gentle cobra. Tuck your toes, exhale. Push your hip up, chest back into your downward facing dog. Look towards the front, and you may want to bend both knees and maybe you want to hop forward. Right? Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Let's take your chair pose. So bring your toes together, and whenever you're ready, feel like you're sitting on the chair behind you. Sink your hip back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, push the hip a little bit more to the back. Just 2 more deep breaths here, guys. Hold on. Last breath. Your next inhale, standing up tall. Exhale into a deep fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your palms down and you can bend the knees and try to hop back. into a plank. Okay, and slowly dropping both knees. Let's go chaturanga. Bring your chest forward, slide the hips forward, and bend the elbows all the way down. Inhale, untuck the toes, push up into a cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, chest back, downward facing dog. Now on your next inhale, kick your right leg up and back. Exhale, just step right between your palms. Okay, back foot, we're going to spin down to 45 degrees. Just anchor it down a little bit to the back. We're ready for your warrior one. Okay, toes pointing out to the side of the corner of the room. And then swing your arms up. Exhale and sink your hip down. Make sure your hips are squaring towards the front. Alright, stay here. Keep going a little bit lower. Nicely done. One more breath. And on your exhale, you're going to bend your front knee and bring both hands down to the floor and bring that back heels up, ready for your warrior three. So you can use two blocks, place it right towards the front of your right feet. Okay, and ready to launch forward. All right, push. You're going to bring the weight towards the front, rock back and front, and lift your back leg off. So this is your supported warrior three, and stay here. If you want to go a little bit more further, you can slide bend your right knee, ready to pick one hand up, bring it to your chest. Remember lifting the chest high up and bring the left hand up. Really pressing on that right leg right now for 3, 2, and 1. Hands back down to the block, and we're going to step your left leg towards the front. Okay, and slowly lower your hips down into a squat. So open up your feet, turn the toes out, and come down into a deep squatting position. Rock side to side. We're just going to remove the block a little to the side. And then slowly drop both knees down to the floor. And inhale, push the hip up and ready for that camel pose. So either stay here, hands to the sacrum, pushing towards the front, or you can place the block just right next to your feet. It's how we did the other day. Hands on the block, push the block down and push the hip towards the front. Look up. Okay, so really pick your option here. So I'm going to go into my full camel pose where both of my hands on the heels. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. And come back up and move into your counter pose to your child's pose. And your next inhale, lift your head up and walk your hands back in. Then ready to go back to your plank. Stay here, one deep inhale. Exhale, knees down and bring the chin chest down. Bring the chin chest all the way down. Inhale up into a gentle cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, chest back, downward facing dog. Let's go to our left side. So inhale, kick your left leg up and back. Exhale, step right towards the front. Okay, so anchor the back foot down into your 45-degree and swing your arms up. Exhale and come into your warrior one. So make sure your hips are squaring towards the front and not sliding to the side, okay? Not tilting to the side. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. Whenever you're ready, you're going to place your hands down to the floor or on top of the block. So just twist your right heels back up. Now, walk your hands or place the block right in front of you. You're going to slowly slide your right leg in and up into your supported warrior tree. Now, either stay here or you can slide bend your left knee and bring one hand up to your chest and the other hand up to your chest. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands placed back down to the floor or onto the block. Bring your right leg in. Open up your feet again. Let's go to your squatting position. And now this time, you're going to bring that right shoulder next to your right knee and open up the body to the left side. Right? Slide your right hand in front of your right knee and place it down to the floor. Reach your left arms up and open it past behind you and come to a gentle back bend and stay here. You can either stay here or begin to bend both of your elbows and reach all the way to the back and see if you can catch those fingers. Only do this if you are feeling a little bit more comfortable. If not, continue to straighten your hands. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your hands back to the front. Now let's go the other side. Bring your left shoulder next to your left knee. Open the body to the right side. Okay? Slide the hands out. Right arm reaching up. And now continue to bend those elbows if you want to go a little bit further and try to see if you can catch those fingers behind you. And look up. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Release your hand and slowly just drop the hips down to the floor and vertebrae by vertebrae roll yourself down to the floor. And just keeping those feet down on the floor and knees bent. So placing the feet maybe 1 foot away from your hip. Place your palms down next to you. Coming to a bridge pose. Your next inhale, just gently lift your hip off from the floor. If you have a block, grab a block and place it right on your sitting bone, right below the sitting bone, and slowly lower the hips down and just place it nicely on top of the block and hands out to the side. If you feel that you want to stretch a bit more in your lower back, you can always lift your hip up and tilt the top of the block so you can make it a little bit higher. And that the flat surface is where your sitting bone is going to placed on. Now either stay here, you can go a little bit further, but I would recommend you stay in this height. The mid height is the maximum you should go because we're coming to a resting position. We're coming down to Shavasana. So try your best to be gentle with your body. As we slowly release down, you want to release each level lower. Bring it one level lower and just bring the hips down slowly. You try not to shock the muscles by lowering down too fast down to the floor. You want to make sure it comes down very slowly by stages. Finally, pushing the hip up and release the block away. And roll the last vertebrae on your sitting bone down to the floor. Straighten one leg at a time and come down to your Shavasana. And just take those deep inhale and full exhale. And just let the breath, let the body come down to a relaxation mode. Now go ahead and continue in your Shavasana if you need to. If not, join me and begin to wriggle your fingers and wriggle your toes. And slowly straighten both of your arms above your head. Join your legs together and give your spine a long and deep stretch. And exhale, relax down. Start to bend one knee at a time and hug both knees to your chest, rocking side to side. Relax the spine. And gently roll to your right side and still remain your eyes closed. Then gently push yourself back up to seated. Find yourself in your cross-legged sitting position, hand resting on the knees. Let the body settle down. And joining both palms to your heart center. And begin to humbly bow down and namaste everyone. And once again, thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this practice this far. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.